So, why is there suffering in the world? And if there is suffering, does that mean that God doesn't exist? Well, actually, this is, first of all, a flawed fallacy, because just because there is suffering in the world, it doesn't mean that there is no creator of the world, you see? Because just because somebody might be doing something good or bad, doesn't in question mean that they don't exist. That's the first thing. The second thing, which obviously leads us to then question is, then why is there suffering? Well, we see that humankind has been given something very special, and that is called free will. The choice to do right, the choice to do wrong. And because of that, suffering exists in the world. People do make wrong choices, and that has bad consequences. The only way to remove that suffering is to remove humankind's choice of free will. We will no longer have the choice to do right or wrong. We can only do good. But then that means we have no more free will. We are no longer who we are. So the question basically comes down to this. Do we want free will and then have suffering? Or have no free will but have no suffering, but then we won't exist as we are? We'll basically become like herds of cattle who are exactly the same. And of course, we then must realize that a lot of the suffering which we attribute to God is actually down to our own choices. For example, there are a lot of people who are starving in the world, young children, there's poverty. Why is that? Humankind wastes more than $1 trillion of food every single year according to the FAO. That's more than 2 times of enough food to feed the entire starving population of the world. So we should actually question at the end, what can we do to remove suffering at large?